Yeah, greetings to all of you. Yeah, already I have known so what you have doubt. That is restrictive and non-restrictive adjective clause, right? Yeah. Is it important to now? If you ask me, if you feel that is important, that's important. Otherwise, it's not important. But if you feel important, you will be operating your English car easily, frequently. If you ask me, counter me, sir, only by knowing restrictive adjective clause and non-restrictive adjective clause, are we speaking in English or are we writing in English? I can't answer for this question. Yeah, your aim, you should not have any doubt. You should not go through any person to ask doubt. That is a goal of our learning quality. Yeah, probably just we should be reading all books. If you have any doubt, suddenly we have to check out what is right, which is right usage. Macmillan Dictionary is there. Then Webster's. Yeah, that is a very good dictionary. It is an important dictionary that. Then another one, Oxford 10th edition has arrived. Then so many books are there across the world globally. But if you had studied, if you study all, not if you had studied this, that's a feature in the past tense, I am going there. If you study or read, well, all books, you too will not have any doubts. Yeah, having doubts is usual. Yeah, you are right. Having doubts is usual. Everyone's must have doubt. What we have known is drop. Unknown is ocean. I know very well. Nobody could say just I have completed everything. Come to a point. Shall we come? If your subordinate clause is very much required, without such subordinate clause, adjectival clause, the main clause loses its meaning. Such type subordinate clause is called restrictive or defined subordinate clause. Call the student who is in blue shirt. The who is in blue shirt is a subordinate clause. Adjectival subordinate clause. Call the student. Merely if you say call the student, which student? It doesn't complete the main clause. The main clause stands alone, I know. But here, it causes some confusion. Which student? But so many students are there. So call the student who is in blue shirt. So particularizing now. So that subordinate clause is very much required here. Call the student who is in blue shirt. Now the who is in blue shirt subordinate clause is called restrictive subordinate clause. Yeah. Some sentences, some subordinate clauses may not be required. But he knows. Maybe your assistant. That thing may be the sweet on the table. Okay? Only one sweet is there. No other sweets. Maybe any jangri is there. Where? Something on the table. But you are asking your assistant, go and get the jangri. Enough. Not sweet. Go and get that sweet. Or go and bring that sweet. That sweet or the sweet? Sentence is right. The person is clear. Because only one sweet is there, so no other sweets are there in the location. Suddenly he goes and takes that sweet and brings to you. But if you speak, if you order him, go and get the sweet which is on the table. If you say that the only one sweet is here, that is on the table, unnecessarily, why we are using another one sentence which is on the table. The same time, so many sweets are there, there's on so many tables here. So many varieties and kinds of sweets are there. You are ordering to that way. So now go and bring the sweet. One is on the table, another one is on the bench, the other one is on the stool. Now you are saying, you are ordering to the guy, go and get the sweet. But he may be confused. He may have some confusion. Which sweet he mentions. That time, you have to inform. How? By putting an adjective clause, which is on the stool. Yeah, I like that sweet. This is restrictive. The same situation, if there is no any other kinds of sweets or anywhere else, but only one sweet is there on the table, at the times go and bring the sweet, which is on the table, is unnecessary because only one sweet is there. I'm bringing out situation to you. Otherwise, you would not know that. To avoid confusion, which one? The adjective clause is used. If there is no confusion, if your adjective clause is not required and will not bring any, more information to the main clause, that is non-defined. You need not say. This is a familiar sentence in English language. Yeah. Yes, everyone knows that. I know that. I would like to just let's recall that. A guy is speaking. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. There are two expressions. Listen here. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. There is no comma. The comma, punctuation is the role of punctuation is very important to differentiate restrictive and non-restrictive adjective clause. If you put comma, that subordinate clause, adjective clause is not required. It's not necessary. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. Without comma, he speaks. The same person speaks, my brother, comma is there, who is in Delhi, comma is there, is a scientist. Entirely different meaning. But meaning is same. Meaning is same, but the ethnic meaning is there, some hidden meaning is there. The without comma, my brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. Yeah, he is having only one brother. He is only one. Sorry, he is having more than one brother. If there is no comma, he is having more than one brother. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. Then who is in Calcutta? He may have two brothers. That's why he hasn't, put any comma, to separate the clauses. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. The main and the subordinate is looking like subordinate now. So the sentence looks like continuous. The same time, another brother who is in Calcutta is an engineer. There is no comma. This is a restrictive. If he says without comma, he is having more than one brother. You have only one brother. The person is having only one brother. But you are saying this sentence. You just take an example. You are saying this sentence. You have only one brother. But the listener, recipient also knows about that you have only one brother. That matter he knows. But where he is working, what is he doesn't know. He doesn't know what is he. That time he is asking, where is your brother? What about your brother? Yeah, my brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. There's a comma is there. It's a non-restrictive adjective clause. That person is having only one brother. The person is having only one brother, no comma. No separation between clauses. This is non-restrictive. Such type adjective clause is not necessary in this sentence. This is non-defined. It's Indian grammar. It is called non-defined. Globally, non-restrictive adjective clause. Without comma, without separation clauses. My brother who is in Delhi is a scientist. He is having more than one brother. That's a restrictive adjective clause. That is restrictive adjective clause. The listener knows he is having 2, 3 brothers. That time he is asking. Imagine He replies, there is no fun. This matter only concern for brothers or sister or sons, but not father. Yeah. Yes, funnily it is mentioned in the same book. If you put brother, sister, father, doesn't matter at all. But a person has the chance to have more than one number. But father is absolute, That time, without comma, we should not write. We must keep comma there. My father, comma. Now is in Delhi. He is a scientist. Of course, that is non-restrictive. But who is in Delhi is extra information. It's not necessary. You should understand that. This is a difference. To talk about the restrictive and the non-restrictive adjective clause. This explanation also may be known, will be known by the persons who are speaking very good in English. They would like to enhance their grammar skill. Yes, for basic learners should know that first of all what is clause, what is subordinate clause, what is main clause, what is adjective clause, what is adverbial clause. Only thereafter those persons would come to understand what I am saying here. Maybe for advanced learners, just take it. But actually it's not for advanced learners. Usually just everyone knows which one restrictive, non-restrictive, or defined or non-defined. I am going to title it defined, non-defined. So anyone across the world and maybe searching, through Google. Today Google is in a big work. It does a very big role. Which one? Google. What does it do? But if you search, if you Google, the Google already is used as a verb. Google it, you will come to know. A person told me the day over phone. Google it. What is Google it? And browse it through Google. Browse it through Google bar. Compressed as Google it. Yes, I replied to him. Yes, last night I Googled and I got answer like that. When I browsed through Google, I didn't answer. So almost Google have been started as a verb nowadays. Whether it is having sort of present participle or not, Googling, maybe if Google as a V1 is used there, then V2 must be used, V3 must be used, also V4 to be used there. Don't disturb me, I am Googling. You may be speaking that. Thank you. We'll meet the next meet. Wish you all the best. God bless you. I'm Mahendran, very well, Mahendran Global English, North Street, North to Bangalore, Nagapatnam. Thanks a lot. Wish you all the best.